Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to more Escape from Tarkov. Today we're going to talk about the Kiba Arms International Gun Store in Interchange. Now, when the patch last dropped, in the beginning there was a way for you to get in. I remember some people saying they got in and they kind of didn't really share the location, and there was all speculation of where the key might be. It could be on a scav, it could be, there is still a chance for the key to spawn on a scav, but there is actually two keys right now in EFT, and you can find these keys. Now, if you want to get the first key, I'll show you where to get that a little bit later on, but the second key, you'll be able to get it from the mechanic. The key to the great door that I'm opening right now, it's actually part of a quest, and if you do mechanics quest, and you get to do his gunsmithing quest, which is going to be about 11 of them, for part 11, he's actually going to give you the second key for this, and you'll be able to get inside the gun store today. Now, even though there's been some rumors about this being sort of a key card and the alarms going off and things like that, I think it's a bit too early for that to be a thing. I think they will come back and they will revisit the Kiba Arms International sort of gun store, because it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be some really good loot inside, and obviously people need to know that somebody's broken into this. And I talked about this a little bit on the previous video where I said that we kind of seen this before in DayZ back in the old days on Epoch, where you'd have a bank and somebody would break in, and then as soon as you broke into the bank, then they'll start an alarm or a message or something will come up on your screen, and then you knew that somebody's breaking into the bank, and it led to some really cool gunfights back in those days in DayZ. But I think that's kind of what they're going for. It's a rumor. I'm not really sure if that's going to be true or not, but there is a possibility of that might actually happen. So we can only hope they share some more details with us later down the line. I know the Kiba Arms Store is going to be a sort of major thing when it comes to loot and when it comes to money, when it comes to weapons and things like that, mods. So eventually, they'll probably get to this a little bit later on, and they will sort of vamp the whole thing as it is. But as it is so far, you can still get inside, you can still find the keys, and you can still pull out some really good loot out of this, and I'll show you at the end of the video what I've got out of 5 raids. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be as good as it was on day one, because I remember seeing fort armors on every single one of those mannequins. I remember seeing modded DVLs, RSASs, M4s. The walls were literally full of weapons and everything, so it's not going to be that good anymore, because I remember they've said something about nerfing it or something, or just taking some of the loot out and not really focusing on this, so people don't focus on this room too much for now, because it's something they'll revisit later on. So hopefully they will, but it's still a good thing for you to grab the keys and have them now, because who knows, well, it's going to be probably another couple of months before we see another major patch, and then you're still going to have all your keys, and you can still go in, you can do some looting, you can do whatever you need. So that's pretty much what's inside this time around. Obviously every time you go, something's going to be different. There's an RNG system, so you're always going to find more and more things. So let's just hop in and I'll show you where to actually find the first key. So this is one of the spawns that you can get on Interchange. You don't have to spawn right here, but this is the easiest way to show you. You will spawn between the Idea, it's going to be to your left, and the Ultra Shopping Mall entrance to your right. You can't miss those. They're right and big. You know exactly what everything is. You've been playing the game for a little bit, then you've been doing some farming here, then you should know exactly what this is. And you basically need to be right in between them. You can spawn on other sides. You can still get it as long as you get into the sort of underground, the garages. You don't want to go inside or anything like that. You could go either left or you can go either right. As long as you sort of get in between the Idea and the Ultra Shopping Mall, then you should be fine. So you'll start off, if you look on the walls, you'll have letters. So this is the sort of A parking area, just to give you an example. And where you want to be is you want to be on the other side, which is B. So if you spawn on the other side of the map and it's sort of C or D, then you know you sort of need to go the other way, just to give you a bit more of an explanation on how to get there. That's what I found, that the easiest things for me to find was, okay, I'm on D section, I need to just keep going, and that's going to take me to C, then eventually I'll get to B. But that spawn that we just spawned at, obviously is going to be a lot easier. So once you get to B, you're going to have 2 green tents right here. Inside one of these tents, you will find a box filled with books that's tipped over to the side. Now inside that box, you will be able to find the key to the gun store, the first key. This is the location that the key has been found. That makes sense that it will respawn there again. Now it's probably going to take you some time. You're not going to be finding this straight away. Maybe if you get lucky, you will be able to find it, but this is the location where the key was found. With that being said, let's take a closer look and see what we got out of 5 raids going into the interchange using both keys and getting inside the Kiba store. So whatever you see there to the left of the dog tags, all the way down, ignore the hats and the keys, but all the sort of items, the mods, the weapons and everything, we're just going to go and sell everything. I'm just going to sell everything for dollars because I have enough rubles anyway and it'll take less space. So let's just go ahead and start selling everything. You do pull out some really cool stuff out of there. You do pull out some mods, some modded weapons, some M4s, some DVLs, all sorts of other cool stuff that you can be able to find in there. Now, probably you will be able to get an RSAS and some other things like that. It's just a matter of the RNG system spawning in, so you just keep on going, and eventually you'll get it. So that's 10,500 there. Get a bit more, get rid of all of this, and that's pretty much all of it. So yeah, $12,000, not too bad for 5 raids on Kiba Arms Store. Hopefully this helps you out. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, post a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.